Okay, Appleters, I'm just going to go ahead and let you know that I just recorded a video for you guys, and I went into a lot of detail explaining directions, and I exceeded my minutes and just kept talking. I'm sure you can all believe that, so blonde moment for the day. I will try to make this more concise and succinct so I don't get cut off. Three things I wanted to talk to you about today. One is grading in Skyward. Two would be the book club assignment. And three is the Zoom that I'm hosting at 1 today. First, in Skyward, we were told that we have to enter something in the T4 column. Usually, in the T4 column, that is where your average grade will show up because we have numbers. We don't have numbers anymore. We have weekly grades where we can put in one grade. So far, we have the week of 3/27 and the week of April 3rd, because that's when it ended. But we're only allowed to put in those three categories: complete, in progress, or incomplete. If you have had, which we have had 2 assignments per week, if you get a complete on one assignment and an incomplete on the other, or an in progress on the other, then you'll get an in progress for that week. If you have 2 completes, you've got complete. 2 in progress, 2 in progress. 2 incompletes, you get an incomplete, okay? Now, that is just, I'm talking about the week grades. Apparently, you cannot see the weekly grades unless we enter something in the T4 column. So what we have been told to do, and this is not a MAC thing, this is probably not even a district thing, it's probably a state thing. We have to enter into the T4 column something so you guys can see your weekly grades. So under T4 for all of my students, it will say IP for in progress. That is not because you haven't done your work. That is because this 9 weeks is still in progress until May 26th, which is our last day of school for seniors. So if you see in progress under T4, but you have a complete for the week of March 27th and a complete for the week of April 3rd, that's fine, okay? It's going to stay IP under T4 for everyone, for all of my students, because the 9 weeks is still in progress. I hope that makes sense. That being said, please go into Skyward and check your weekly grades to see that they are correct and what you think they should be. I updated grades this morning. If you're showing an in progress or an incomplete under one of those weeks and you think you turned something in and I missed it, please just send me a remind message or an email saying, hey, Mrs. Cox, would you mind please checking on this? I thought I turned this in. Absolutely, I will do that, okay? So that's the grading system. Secondly, the book club. The book club was assigned on March 24th. It is already up and posted and has been in your Google Classrooms. It is a document with all 4 classes that I have, and it has all of the groups and everybody's book that they are reading. It also has the instructions for what to do. Please read those instructions carefully. Sometimes you guys miss things because I think maybe you might be glossing over it. Make yourself read the instructions out loud. They'll probably make more sense if you do. We're trying to make things as easy as possible. This is the only thing that you're going to be doing for Mr. Davidson and myself moving forward. The weekly things you are doing all pertain to whatever book you are reading. Please read those instructions. Each person per group will answer 2 Socratic questions a week. So if I have 108, which I do, 108 AP students, every single week I should get 1 Google document per kid. So that means I should have 108 Google documents turned into me by the end of the week, because you will answer both questions, each in paragraph format. You will answer those on 1 Google document, each person, not each group, each person. 108 students, 108 documents should be turned into me. I should hear your individual voice, because like in class when we would do this, you would answer the question on your own first, then you would discuss it with your group. So if you want to, go ahead and start with your individual answer. Then after you've talked to your group members, however you guys decide to do that, if it's through Zoom, FaceTime, chat, text, whatever, then you can add in, as a group, we discussed this. That's fine. You may use first person with these paragraphs. This is informal writing. Think of them like quick writes. So you could start off each answer with, I see it this way, or this is what I have discovered in my reading. This character to me represents this. This to me is the most predominant theme in the book so far. That's how you could start each answer. Then once you've spoken to your group, you can say, as a group, we have determined, and then put that, okay? That's fine. If that's the easiest way for you to do it that way. That is perfectly fine. But again, you will answer both questions on one Google document that you will make, okay? So I should have, at the end of the week, 108 Google documents turned in to me because I have 108 AP students, okay? Again, I hope that's clear. Read the instructions for the assignment again if you are confused. This leads me to my third thing that I wanted to talk about, which is the Zoom. If you guys are confused, and honestly, the questions that I'm getting from students who seem to be extremely confused are the ones who are not participating in any Zooms that I am offering. I am offering a Zoom twice a week, a scheduled one, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 p.m. If those days and that time does not work for you and you cannot make it, you can text me through Remind and ask for a one-on-one Zoom for clarification. I have done that with several students. I will try to accommodate you if you do that, but you need to be responsible and you need to tell me that you need clarification. It's so much easier for us to discuss it face to face or screen to screen, sometimes for some of you, than it is for us to send each other 30 texts back and forth. Okay, I want to cut down on any confusion you may have. Before you ask any questions though, just like in class, please do me the favor of going back and reading carefully through the instructions and the directions. Again, sometimes if you read things out loud, they make more sense. And I see this all the time with AP students. You guys are adding things in there that I don't have in the instructions. You're overanalyzing it and you're making it more difficult than it is. That's what you do. You overanalyze, you overthink because you have such beautiful minds. And I understand that. Try to stop doing that because you're just stressing yourselves out. Again, if you cannot come to the Zoom at 1 today or at 1 on Thursday, just send me a remind and I will be happy to have a one-on-one with you. Usually these take less than 5 minutes, okay? And you already know what you're doing. You think you're confused, but you're really not. That's fine. I'm fine to have those one-on-ones. You just need to let me know, okay? So I'm going to post this and I'm going to send a remind saying, if you can come to the 1 o'clock Zoom today, I want you to respond to it, all right? I will make myself available from 1 to 2. Maybe some of you can make the Zoom, but you can't join until 1:30 or 1:45. That's fine. But let me know if you can make it at any point during that 1 hour, and I will hold it for that whole hour in case somebody new comes in. I have a lot of work to do. I'll still be sitting here at my desk. If I'm not at my desk, I've stepped away to get more water. But if you see this library behind you, then I'm still online, okay? So the last thing that I want is for you to be stressed out over this. There's plenty of other things for us to be stressed out about right now, okay? And the last thing I want is for you to be confused. I am here to help you and to cut down on that. I will do everything I can to help make things more clear. I know that you're all frustrated having to do online classes. I completely understand. I don't like it any more than you do. I would much rather be sitting in, well, it'd be my conference period right now, but I would much rather be sitting in class and seeing you all face to face and being able to answer your questions right then and there, rather than doing things the way that we are doing right now. Unfortunately, none of us have a choice, and we don't have that luxury right now. No one has done this before. This is unprecedented for everybody. Please remember that we're all frustrated, okay? And I understand that. But let's try to work together. Let's try to cut down on our frustration. Let's try to remain as calm as we can. Let's try to be supportive and encouraging of one another instead of getting frustrated, okay? We're all in this together. None of us have done this before. I hope that we don't ever see this again, but right now, this is our reality. And whether we like it or we don't like it, we have to accept it. And it's what we make it, right? There's nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. So let's make the best of this. At least we can still communicate through a screen, through text. At least we can still communicate and reach out to each other. So let's please continue to do that, all right? Hopefully I will see some of you at 1. If not, again, I will make time for you. You just have to let me know. I hope you all are doing well. I hope your families are doing well. Give yourselves a break. Take a deep breath. It's all going to be okay. All right? Bye, kiddos.